are in the presence of continued greatness, everyone. I am really thrilled to welcome Todd Pasternack and Jenna for our next session. Todd leads Meta's ads partnerships for the Americas and is responsible for driving value across its business and marketing platform. And alongside Todd is our very own Jenna, Senior Director of Global Technology Partnerships. Jenna is a tech leader with more than a decade of experience defining and implementing global strategies that drive results. Thank you both for being here with me at DV 2023. And Jenna, I am going to hand the metaphoric mic over to you.
Thank you, Lauren. Thank you so much for having us. And thank you, Tina, for that amazing presentation as well. Definitely one of the note takers over here, and lots of overlapping content. So great to be here. Thank you for having me and my guest, Todd Pasternack from Meta.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Looking forward to this conversation.
Awesome. So yeah, before we dig in, I thought it might be helpful to just kick off with a quick icebreaker. Todd, you and I have been working together for some time now, but I want to make sure everyone gets to know you a little bit more before we get into the nuts and bolts of today's presentation. So I'm going to hit you with some rapid fire questions. You let me know what lands for you. You ready?
All right, hit me.
All right, here we go. Mountains or beaches?
Mountains.
There's got to be mountains, right? Yeah, this is an obvious one. All right. Music or podcasts?
Music, for sure.
Music, yeah, nice. That tracks. WhatsApp or Messenger?
Ooh. Okay, tricky.
Yeah.
I use both a lot. I've been using Messenger more, so I'm going to go with Messenger.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Reels or stories?
Reels.
Yeah. Same. I've been dabbling.
So much fun.
Doing. All right, and then finally, sweet or savory?
I'm gonna go with sweet.
Okay.
Definitely. I'm like like ice cream, chocolate, like all day.
True. Yeah, I feel you on that. With you. Awesome. Well, like I said, we've been partnering for a good while now, right? We've been launching products to help advertisers and our mutual customers to manage many of the macro changes that are happening in our industry. Tina outlined a lot of them. We'll cover a lot of them too. Today we've got over 10 integrated sort of off-the-shelf products. From custom audiences to conversions, measurement tools to analytics, offline conversions. It's really been a joy working with you and your team over these many years. But zooming out for a second, I thought it would be great to hear from you about sort of what you're seeing from your perspective at Meta, what's on the horizon, and how you would sort of summarize the current state of the ad / digital marketing ecosystem as you look ahead.
Yeah. Well, the headline here is, and sounds like Tina just mentioned this as well, like times feel uncertain for many advertisers, right? So companies, they're feeling the impact of an economic downturn. They're still navigating the effects of the pandemic, and compounding all of this, there's this challenge, this challenging impact of changing data policies and regulations across the advertising landscape. And within this environment, people still expect businesses to create relevant experiences while handling their data responsibly. And these new expectations have led to three industry shifts. I guess some of which Tina just spoke about in the previous session. So the first is around policies. Policies are giving people more options to limit data sharing. So I'm sure you're all familiar now with data privacy laws like GDPR, CCPA, LGPD, and these are the policies, of why you're seeing things like pop-ups asking whether you accept cookies on a website. The second shift is that people are choosing to opt out of receiving ads on websites, because they're demanding greater data privacy. And the ecosystem's, rapidly evolving in an effort to meet these expectations. And then the third is around platforms like Apple are limiting the data that they share with businesses. And there's a material impact businesses are seeing from these shifts, and it's that advertisers need to evolve to deliver performance, but now it's with less and different types of data. So I'll say that while a lot has changed, a lot hasn't, right? People continue to spend a lot of time on the internet. They still go to websites, they still click on ads, they browse, they buy, and they still download apps. And we see on our platform, 3.8 billion people, come to our platform, each month. So, so what does this mean? So that, it means that like while people and businesses are still online, the way data is used to fuel advertising is evolving, making it more challenging for businesses and customers to connect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that totally resonates. And I think really kind of underpins this, we're hearing a lot more about omni-channel, cross-channel data collection, unification. So
right.
So driving that kind of connected user experience, behaviors are changing. I mean, following that through, could you maybe speak a bit to some of the trends that you're seeing? So how does this resonate across the ecosystem, specifically when we look at shopping experiences? And maybe for the folks in the room, what should advertisers be thinking about as they consider their ad campaigns?
Yeah. I mean, we're seeing that customers are already interacting simultaneously with multiple sales and media channels, right? They're moving between the showroom and website in one seamless journey. And I'll say that this omnichannel shopper has never been more valuable. In fact, omnichannel shoppers make purchases 70% more often and spend 34% more than people who shop exclusively in stores. There's a great word, web rooming, which is when a shopper does their research online before buying an item in store. Mm-hmm. And globally, 2 in 5 surveyed shoppers reported they engage in web rooming, meaning they've researched online before buying in store, which is almost double the number of shoppers who reported the same behavior in 2020. I mean, this makes sense, right? That online continues to provide shoppers with the convenience of discovering and browsing wherever and whenever they want, while the physical store is that place for that quick, easy, convenient option for experiencing and then going and collecting their items. And more specifically, the online discovery that drives the store purchasing behavior is occurring on social media platforms. And we're seeing consumers use online and in-store touch points like interchangeably, moving from like discovery to purchase across channels. And we're seeing that the discovery that organically happens on social media drives people to the stores and they're making purchases. In fact, most shoppers who discover products on social media ultimately go into stores to make the final purchase. Here's another fun stat. 84% of shoppers surveyed globally stated that they have made at least one purchase after finding or discovering an item on social media. So at Meta, we believe that relevant ads are valuable to people and businesses, enabling people to discover relevant products and services, and for businesses to reach audiences that will be interested in what they offer. We also believe that performance and data privacy can coexist, and that technological innovations, more options, increased transparency, can help drive performance while respecting people's privacy. Jen, I just realized I was just blabbing a whole bit. What are you seeing at Tealium?
Yeah, no, totally. I'm like so guilty of all of the behaviors that you just outlined. Certainly the leveraging the online and offline experience in different ways is I'm definitely part of those statistics for sure. But it does create a more enjoyable customer experience. And I think even as consumers become more savvy around sort of how their data is being leveraged, those expectations continue to increase for that data to be used in smarter ways to really facilitate that organic behavior that is trending and changing. So both personal experience and then also at Tealium we're hearing a lot of the same. As mentioned in the previous session as well, right? These offline touch points, and offline can be anything, right? It can be whether that's anything off website. So that's in an app or in a hard to reach sort of like through text or through email. All of these and certainly in store, unifying these touch points is definitely an increasing, more complex challenge. So it's about sort of focusing and narrowing down what you're after. But yeah, we're also hearing, trust and that brand to customer relationship that's built on consent and built on sort of honoring the consumer preferences that they're choosing as they reclaim ownership of their sort of digital footprint is really important. So we're focusing a lot on sort of modernizing that consent management functionality within our platform. We're really well positioned to do so. And then kind of following that thought along, so you're doing your consent management properly, you're bringing consented first party data strategies into your ecosystem. Then that sort of so what question comes into play, right? What do I do with that first party data? Or, what do I do with this consent management data? And that's where, our CDP product really shines, where our identity partner ecosystem really shines. So thinking about addressability and leveraging that durable signal across the rest of your ecosystem for activation. So it's kind of becoming this much, holistic conversation, if you will. And we do tackle, a lot of these same questions with your partner product team, which has been, really enjoyable. We can be on the forefront and kind of influence, our decision making in terms of putting our customer needs at the center of our roadmaps. So with that in mind, maybe you could speak a bit to sort of the investments that you're seeing at Meta to address the changes in the ads landscape that we talked about.
Yeah, so we're making major investments in AI and building some of the most advanced infrastructure, in the industry. I'll share a few of the biggest investment areas. First is around conversion modeling. So this is, this enables us to provide a comprehensive view of campaign performance when conversion data may be partial or missing, using securely shared, privacy-preserving aggregated data. Because all of our modeling solutions are built on the principles of privacy, transparency, and completeness. The second is around AI-powered automation. We're significantly increasing our investment in AI and machine learning for ads, specifically around automation. For example, we've heard that campaign creation and management may take too much of an advertiser's team's time and resources. So we're helping advertisers spend time in the right areas by automating ad campaign creation and management through solutions like our Advantage Plus solutions. Actually, already we're seeing 77% of advertisers who've tested these automated products said they've saved several hours a week using them. So it's really exciting to see, and we're just at the beginning there. And then the other one I'll share is just around privacy enhancing technologies, around PETs, which make the most out of data while helping respect people's privacy. So again, these are like technologies, techniques like encryption can be applied to the data we use currently, and it's also going to support the next generation of digital ads. Jenna, we've partnered, with Tealium in several ways over the years to help improve marketing performance. Maybe you could hit on a couple of things. I'm curious, like a couple of things that Tealium's working on as well.
Yeah, for sure. And naturally, a lot of alignment here. So on the conversion piece, definitely, it's all about measurement, right? How are we how are we taking these conversion measurement solutions that are now sort of ubiquitous must-haves for advertisers and for customers, and enabling our clients to scale these solutions across their entire tech stack? So it's things about, speed to market, ease of use, data onboarding. How can we minimize sort of the not just the technical and subject matter expertise that's required to really manage all of these new technologies, but also make sure that that we're adapting to more changes as they come up and taking that burden off of our customers. So that's a big area. I would also say sort of investing in gaining deeper insights into the results of these solutions. So we're sort of building the full funnel impact studies around what does it mean after you sort of implement? How are you measuring that against your ROI? We mentioned consent management, identity resolution, all of these sort of conversations are kind of converging into the same conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
yeah, it's an exciting time for sure. But with this in mind, perhaps we could take a minute to kind of translate this into performance, because if nothing else, right, Meta is, I would say, the kind of leading, thought leader and developer really of performance marketing. And that is, that is a strong pillar to any brand as they build the customer relationship. So maybe you could speak to, solutions that our advertisers should be considering or leveraging to maximize performance.
Sure. So, as signal regulation adapts and changes, it remains important that advertisers focus on implementing durable connections that will continue informing how they reach the most appropriate consumer and create that valuable experience in a privacy-safe manner. So we're working with Meta business partners like Tealium on building and scaling solutions to help advertisers deliver relevant content, drive the performance, and respect people's privacy. And one of those key solutions that we launched and partnered on together is on the Conversions API.
Mm-hmm.
So for those of you out there not familiar with the solution, the Conversions API, it's a Meta business tool. It helps provide significant performance improvement and measurement intelligence by creating a direct connection between your marketing data and Meta. So this is helping marketers, such as all of you out there, use your own marketing data to optimize ad targeting, decrease cost per action, use your own marketing data, to complete that picture of campaign outcomes while respecting people's privacy. And since the Conversions API, it's less dependent on browser technologies. It can help both enhance how you use your data to help improve performance today and resiliency for the future. In fact, advertisers with the Meta Pixel, who then set up Conversions API, saw a 13% CPA improvement on average. So yeah, it's a pretty exciting tool for marketers right now.
Pretty significant. Yeah, absolutely. And we're hearing lots of great news stories from the market. Certainly as these restrictions continue to get implemented. Well, with that, I'm conscious that we are coming up to sort of the end of our session. So in closing, how about what are sort of the top 3 things you would say everyone should kind of walk away with today?
Yeah. I think it's like, how do you boil all that down? Okay. One, think privacy and governance first, right? So kind of just having that mindset from the get-go. 2, work with technologies like Tealium's, because it's going to help all of you to simplify and manage all of these complexities of managing and activating your data. And the third, I'd say, really look at how to connect data to performance and think about like what that means for your business.
Yeah, awesome.
There you go. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Todd. Thank you for your time. Always love to hear from you. It's been great.